For years, and even centuries, myths and stereotypes about gorillas in particular have permeated public minds. In the coming decades, myths were eventually disproven by studies and personal observation, and even later calling installments had to tune down on the stereotypes. In this video, we will be going over the stereotypes about gorillas, at least the most prevalent ones. Number 1. Gorillas as monsters. This one is very old, dating back to when the Western public were just finding out that gorillas actually existed. The Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund, among many other groups, eventually disproved this. And of course, this topic still occasionally comes up into debate whenever the killing of a gorilla happens, i.e. the Harambe incident. Number 2. Gorillas as predators. This one is very blatantly false, especially known to people these days. We now know that gorillas are especially strict herbivores. This myth is directly from the 1800s, when we barely knew anything about gorillas other than that they existed. Number 3. The stereotype of gorillas as stupid, playing into the brutish myth. Like Neanderthals, gorillas were and still are often seen as stupid, playing into the brutish ape stereotype as well. However, also like Neanderthals, gorillas were later revealed to be highly intelligent species, like their naked human cousins. Now we move on to stereotype number 4, gorillas as studs. Oh yes. Gorillas with their muscular and masculine appearance have given rise to the stereotype of them being sexually proud studs. This is why the gorilla Shabani in Japan has so many female fans who are attracted to him. But according to biologists such as Schalair and Bourne, gorillas may actually be the least sexually active of all of the great apes known to man at the moment. Number 5. The stereotypes of gorillas and comparisons to human races. Whether it's comparing the Irish to gorillas or comparing black people to gorillas, it seems gorillas were always stereotyped in order to stereotype someone else. Many even believed that black people, and sometimes the Irish, were different species more close to gorillas than other humans. Obviously we know today that this is false, but many white supremacists at the time did not. Stereotype number 6. Gorillas as inferior. In the animal kingdom, our version of superiority would be moot. While some species may be better adapted to changing conditions, they are not inherently superior. Grizzly bears and black bears have better adaptations, but aren't superior at all. So why we apply this to the great apes, including ourselves as well? When the myths are dispelled, the damage is done. Some of these myths and stereotypes about gorillas have actually led to harm to both species. Whenever a gorilla is killed, usually the justification will be one or more of these myths. This has also led to the justification of the relentless gorilla poaching, which has led to the species, both of them, becoming critically endangered. And I don't even have to explain what the comparisons between gorillas and races have caused. While we can't undo the damage brought about by these stereotypes, we can try to prevent more damage being caused by them in the future. Sorry if I rushed this one. I was trying to make this one before ball drop for New Year's Eve / New Year's Day. This will be my last of 2020. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking with me for these past 2 years.